So they give us some information and they want us to come up with the equation, and this hyperbola is not going to be centered at the origin but centered at some other spot. So we'll have to figure that out. So I think it's easiest to do this with graphing the information that you have first of all. So it says, what is the standard form equation of the hyperbola that has vertices at 0, -2, and 6, -2? So let's draw 0, -2. And 6, -2 would be right there. Now those are the vertices. That means our parabola or our hyperbola is going something like that, right? Okay, so we know that it's got to be this kind of equation. X minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So what we need to know is we need to know what h is, we need to know what k is, we need to know what a squared is, and we need to know what b squared is. Now we might know a and b, but then we could square them. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Well, we know that the center has to be halfway between those vertices. So 1, 2, 3, that would be halfway between the vertices. That is going to be the center then. So we can just read off the graph what that is. It's the point 3, -2. That means h is 3 and k is -2. So this is h, k. That's the center. Okay, so we know that much. Now, they also give us information about the foci. There's a foci at -2, -2. And 8, -2. Okay, actually we didn't need that information yet, but that's okay. All right, let's talk about A. So the distance between the vertex and the center, that distance is A. So A is equal to 3. That means A squared is equal to 9. So we'll put that in. Okay. Now, the distance between the center and the focus is C. So what's that distance? You can just count it from the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So C equals 5. That means C squared is equal to 25. Okay, well that doesn't tell us, unfortunately, that doesn't tell us B. Okay, I'll put it down here though. C squared is equal to 25. We need to know that for the equation to find B, but it doesn't appear in our actual equation. Okay, so we're going to go to the relationship that C squared equals A squared plus B squared. And so we know C squared is 25. We know A squared is 9. And so if you subtract the 9, then we're going to have B squared is equal to 16. Okay. This information right here is enough to fill in to get the equation of our hyperbola. So we're going to have x minus h was 3, over a squared, which was 9, minus y. Now it's going to be minus a -2, or plus 2 squared, over, and b squared was 16, equals 1. I think that's the easiest way to do the problem, is just to graph it out and look for the information that you need to know. And you have to know quite a bit of information, h, k, a, b, a squared, b squared, and they gave us c squared so we could figure out what b squared was.